What's up, guys and girls? Today we're going to be talking about the topic of persistence versus desperation, or in modern cliche, persistence versus being thirsty or desperate. And the difference comes from a difference in how you are perceived and how the girl or guy is feeling. If she's not interested at all and you're still going on at it, that can be very, very desperate. Versus if the girl or guy is interested, but maybe she's playing hard to get for whatever reason. Maybe the social norms doesn't allow her to fully accept you at the moment, or for whatever other reason. Maybe she just, she wants to be more picky or selective, and she doesn't want to give off that image that, I'm so easy, and she really wants to think it over. People like to think it over. They can't just decide immediately. They really need to really see your full presence over extended period of time sometimes. Then in that situation, you are more so persistent than desperate. Now, in most Hispanic nations, the whole idea of persistence is almost ingrained in the term sexiness. To be sexy, that is a thing that's almost in every single film you see, or in every single article or story you read from a Hispanic country. And in that sense, it's sort of different, because in a lot of other nations, like European nations or Asian nations, that's not as prominent a quality. And I feel like this is something that should be changed. It has been changed, or it has been present in even a lot of American media. If you look at some films like James Bond, there is a sense of persistence and these sort of things, but it's not as prevalent as in Hispanic countries or Latin American countries. And when you look at those sort of films, you can definitely see a huge difference. And obviously there's a lot of subjective factors and little tiny factors that make things different. But a lot of times, whether you're a guy or girl, you will come to a situation where you don't really know, did I try enough, or was that just too much? And it really depends on a lot of things, like what type of guy you are and what the exact situation is. There's many factors involved, but I find that most guys, and again, you can't blanket statement everything, I find that most guys that are typically very passive, typically very introverted, they will go they won't go hard enough, and they will give up way too easily, maybe after the first attempt. And I say attempt with this finger symbol because their attempt isn't even a full attempt. It's like a quarter of an attempt. It's like them going up to the girl and grunting, or asking the girl for directions, and then the girl, maybe she's in a bad mood and she's just objectively viewing it as a stranger with no face asking her for directions, and she's just in a disgruntled mood, and she says it in a disgruntled way back, oh, it's that way. And then they just feel like their arms got chopped off and they got rejected like that. Most of those guys end up not trying hard enough. Then there's the other end where maybe you're really annoying and you're just way too persistent, and you just can't tell if the girl is interested or not. But after it's all said and done, you reflect on it and you realize, holy crap, that girl was not interested at all, and I just constantly kept annoying her. And optimally, I think the best person isn't the one who's one category or the other. It's the guy who understands and learns from the situation and can calibrate and change like water. So if you're the annoying guy who's too annoying and comes across desperate and thirsty, or just trying too hard, and the whole time the girl's not interested or the guy's not interested, then you can be just as bad if you're not adapting and learning from your experiences afterwards and trying again. And I guess, I see a lot of these YouTube videos where they're just constantly annoying strangers on the street to the point of like harassing them. I'm not talking about that, because they'll do these like stupid pickup videos or prank videos, and that sort of stuff is just like really annoying. Like, no one wants to hear that. That's just freaking annoying. But if you can, at the end of the day, just realize, okay, that didn't work because she expressed these sort of signs that she was not interested the whole time, then you can learn from that. And when you look back at these like Latin American films, or maybe even that guy who waves that red flag around and like leads on the bull in Hispanic countries, those sort of people, especially in Hispanic films, they embody persistence. And I feel like the difference ultimately, in my theory, is that ultimately the girl is interested, but she is just not sure yet. She's not completely sure if she's interested yet, but she's not disinterested. Whereas the annoying guy, or the thirsty, desperate guy, is the guy who's just oblivious to the fact, and he's just constantly plowing on, and the girl has just showed this disinterest. And obviously, this is just a theory, and obviously it can be broke real easily with like certain different scenarios, like a guy who's just having a lot of fun and he doesn't care what people think, and he's just obnoxious, and he just walks into a place and is just having a ball. Doesn't care if the girl gets annoyed. In fact, gets a laugh out of the fact that people get annoyed. To him, like, optimally, like, it doesn't really matter at all. And that sort of thing can turn people around. And again, it conveys confidence. And at the same time, you got all those guys who are the opposite. They're self-conscious and they can't do this. And then the girl's just like, okay, he's a faker. I don't know. That's all I really want to say. And thanks for watching. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Peace.